So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today we're going to be talking about a game-changing new update that is coming to ARK Survival Evolved on all platforms. This is something that will be so beneficial if you are playing on the official servers. I've talked about this for years, and Wildcard for a while have said they're never going to be able to do this, and then after time of hard work and their live operations, it is getting to the point now where they're really stopping lots of things like meshing, you know, different types of exploits in the game and stuff. I know there's some proper aimbot problems at the moment, but hopefully they're going to be addressing a lot of that as well. Things are getting a lot better, and obviously the main hope is that for ARK 2, we're not going to have the same problems as we've had in the last years in ARK Survival Evolved 1. Now, if you guys do get all the information that you need to know in today's video about the big update, it is the world border update, then smash that like button. Let's see if we can get over 800 likes, guys, for this big change that, remember, Wildcard said years ago this would never happen. So it's fantastic, it's on its way. Make sure to be subscribed as well, because we are literally about 20 subscribers away from 190,000 when you guys are watching this video. It'll be amazing if we get closer and closer to 200,000 for the release of Genesis Part 2. Obviously, I should have news for you guys on that one. I'm gonna say 99% on Friday. If there's no news on it on Friday, then I will be so shocked, because Wildcard said 1 to 2 weeks, and obviously it's nearly March, so hopefully I'll have the release date for you guys then. But anyway, let's just get in with the video. If you did see yesterday's video, then you may have seen a little bit of this stuff, but we're also going to go through the patch notes and other things about transfers as well. So let's get into this about the world border update. So live ops. So they said live ops has been hectic of late, and let's get straight to it. So transfer issues. They've said we've encountered some serious problems on our network side that has led to some players losing items or characters. We initially implemented a quick fix in order to address it as quickly as possible, then pivoted to working on a more long-term upgrade to make our system more robust. We don't find what occurred acceptable in the slightest, and we have some of our engineers focused on working alongside our host to upgrade the system and prevent these issues from occurring in the future. These specific problems were something we hadn't encountered with the system in the past, even though symptoms may appear similar to some of our players. Anything resulting in data loss for our players is of critical importance to us, and we apologise to those who are affected. Now, on Twitter, a lot of people are saying, I'm on official small tribes on PlayStation, getting transfer failed errors, can't spawn on any map right now, any current transfer issues. Now, just the one thing I wanted to mention, guys, if you hear any background noise, there is actually loads of work going on outside, and I wanted to try and like minimize it as much as I can, so there may be points in the video where you hear something. And then again, just something else I wanted to add in as well is lots of people are being put in the comment section down below saying, Dom, when is the merch coming? You've been talking about merch for a while and stuff. It'd be nice to see you wearing your own merch and stuff. So I've got a lot in the works. It's not just going to be like LoadedCrysis. Like, I've gone for like different designs that you guys might like as well, and some really cool things, some related to ARK and everything. So yeah, I know that just went up massively off but I wanted to talk about something while the big sounds were going on. But anyway, watch out for that coming soon. But anyway, let's get back to this. So they were talking about the transfer, and they have again said engineers are investigating. So anyone wondering about transfers right now, anything like that, it is all being dealt with by Wildcard right now. The engineers are investigating, so watch out for news on that very soon. But anyway, meshing, the world border, the main part we're talking about today. Meshing. So meshing is still a focus for the team. We're constantly working on patching out methods and holes as we learn of them. We saw an uptick in meshing incidents on PlayStation recently in general, and we've made significant strides in reducing meshing, and overall incidents are way down in comparison to a year ago. That said, in a sandbox game, people will always find new methods. Now, some of our solutions to further counter meshing include the zipline patch, which players can no longer jump on a zip line to get through a small hole in the map, implemented an automated system that will now detect projectiles, so that when a player is firing rockets, zip lines into the mesh, they will get destroyed before making an impact. Unfortunately, this system cannot hit every location, but we're happy to have made some impact in this regard. And finally, the biggest thing that I'm talking about in the video is world borders. Soon, we will be updating world barriers on all maps so that anything outside of the world border will be destroyed. This is live on the island on PC, and there were some edge case issues with it being oversensitive, but that has now been fixed and we'll be rolling it out to other platforms soon. We consider our continued approach to meshing to be better detection to prevent it in the first place, destroying what has slipped through the cracks, and identifying specific areas that can be exploited and patching them. We'll share more on the world border changes when that goes live. So, currently right now on the island on PC, if you're on PC and you want to go and test it out and test out the new world borders, they released it without us knowing, and a lot of it was coming. Well, I think they mentioned a little thing, but they didn't really mention that much. And then obviously there was a lot of reports coming back saying that it was very, very oversensitive, and I think they were testing it. And then obviously they fixed a lot of that, made it even more perfect, and they're at the stage now where they believe that this can be released on console. Now, if you're wondering what does world borders mean, it's simply just, people have said for a while there needs to be like a kill zone underneath the map. There needs to be something that just stops people doing that. Why can't you implement it? And in the past, in the old wildcard team, they always said this is a sandbox game. There's always going to be a meshing in the game. You're going to have to learn to live with it. That's basically what they said. And to be honest, people just weren't happy. They didn't think it was enough. They really didn't believe it was enough. It was like, we love the game. And to be honest, ARK went for a stage when that was said where it kind of went a little bit downwards. And people were like, I don't want to put in hours and hours and hours of work to not have... This is just never going to make ARK a great game that it deserves to be. So as the years have gone on with the new team, I think the new team have been in for like 2 years now. They've really just had a huge live ops team working on sorting these things out. And the progress they have made, even as they said in this, a year ago, is massive. So what's going to happen is, if there's going to be a world border, now don't get me wrong, there's still chances that somehow your Rex or I've seen a video, that's why I mentioned a Rex, it might have been a Giga actually, will accidentally find a hole in the map that someone hasn't patched, because that's what Wildcard are doing on all maps. They're making sure every hole that they can find out is patched and nothing can glitch its way through. And there's the slightest chance that it'll be oversensitive and you will lose your tame. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time. It might happen in very rare cases, but in the overall state of the game, this is a much better thing to have. I've been someone supporting the world border in ARK for so long, or a kill zone, or whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people, some people have said yes, some people have said no. But from the maximum amount, in overall amount of people that I've seen have said they want this. And I really believe this is going to cut out meshing massively, because anyone that goes under the map is just literally going to be attacked by this world border anyway, which is fantastic to see. It's going in the right way, ARK Survival Evolved, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about this update and this change coming. Now, this was the PC update that went live a few days ago now, which is when it was first added in, but they only talked about it recently. So it was, can no longer ride unconscious stegos, fix various map issues related to volumes and borders, which is obviously the addition of the world border. Ziplines will now check to see whether a character can actually fit into the space before allowing them to attach to the zipline, which is huge, because before people could just zipline underneath the map. Dino Leash now has a designed folder in the crafting UI. And the final thing was added the option to see unlearned engrams on remote inventories with crafting, which can be toggled on and off on the same UI. So that was the last big update that went live on the PC. And guys, all I can say is things are really happening in ARK right now. And obviously this needs to be addressed. And I know why they're adding this in. I don't know, I think it might, but I feel like there's a huge chance the world border changes will go live before Genesis Part 2. in Genesis Part 1, there was a big problem with meshing and people undermapping and stuff, or just being in places they shouldn't be. And I think this is why Wildcard are really planning on getting this rolled out before this, because imagine a Genesis Part 2, the final DLC, where meshing is really, really, really impossible to do. There's less exploits, and it's just a lot easier to enjoy the game without people cheating. And it would be such a great launch if they could do that. But the biggest thing moving on to next, which is it's Tuesday today, if I'm correct. I'm losing track of time sometimes. Tuesday today, from what I know. Let's hope it's not Wednesday. It's literally getting that bad, guys. But Friday, we get the new community crunch. It'll probably be at something like 2, 3 in the morning. But hopefully, obviously I can put a video up at that time for you guys, and we will have news on when Genesis Part 2 is going to be coming out. All we can do, as I say in every single video, is hope that there is not going to be a wildcard post saying update on Genesis 2 and them saying we're really sorry, but it's going to be delayed until end of April, end of May or something like that. And all I'm going to say, guys, is potentially expect something like that. Now, don't be... Right now, it's 50-50. And the reason why I say 50-50 and the reason why I think there's a big chance Wildcard won't hit the date is because past experiences with releases, if you've played ARK for a while, you will know they never hit dates. And I'm not gonna hate because, you know, the company, for me, I love the company, and I feel like the team right now do a great job, an absolute great job. It just does get quite annoying sometimes when you sort of plan you sort of plan different changes in your life for something. You might take time off work, or you might do this, or you might do that, and then obviously it gets delayed. But I feel that's why Wildcard have sort of just say a month now, rather than in the past I actually said an actual date and it never obviously got hit. So wait for Friday's video, guys. That's why I say have notifications turned on, because you're not going to want to miss that. The rest of the year in general after Genesis Part 2 is potentially another free DLC, and then events until the end of the year. And then, to be honest, we'll probably just start getting news on ARK 2 and release dates and more gameplay. And yeah, hopefully we see something on that very, very soon. But anyway, we've got to enjoy the last DLC first, and this World Border update will be huge. Thank you for watching, guys. Smash that like button. Let's try and get over 800 likes. Subscribe, and it'll be amazing to see if when I wake up in the morning or in the next few hours or something that we've hit 190,000. Huge changes there. It just means a lot to me. And see you guys in my next video, and I will be letting you know about merch very soon. It's just I'm putting a lot of work into it. It's taking quite a lot of time, but hopefully it will be something that's worth the time I've put into. See you guys later.